Welcome to this edition of the Native News Update. I'm your host for today's program, Paul DeMain. Many of the stories read here can also be found at our websites at IndianCountryTV.com or IndianCountryNews.com. Here's the news read for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. Albuquerque, New Mexico police are trying to unravel the mystery of how the unidentified body of a small boy wound up buried in an Albuquerque playground after a preliminary autopsy provided no clues about how the child passed away. Sad neighbors made a makeshift memorial of stuffed teddy bears, toys, trucks, and flowers at the base of the playground equipment at the El Vardeo Park in Albuquerque and held a candlelight memorial for the boy in the park on May 16th. A mother at the park with her children spotted a shoe sticking out of the sand and called police after making the grim discovery. The 38-pound boy was wearing a red shirt with the image of a four-wheel drive truck on the front, black nylon pants with red stripes, and black shoes. The preliminary autopsy determined the child was either of Native American or Hispanic descent. An attorney for the White Mountain Apache says a woman who got lost on tribal land and started part of the largest wildfire in Arizona history will get a fair shake in tribal court. The comments came a day after the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled last week that Valinda Jo Elliott must first exhaust her remedies in tribal court before turning to the federal courts for further remedies. Elliott was lost for 2 days in 2002 when she started a blaze to get the attention of a television news helicopter that rescued her. That fire merged with the Radio Chadesky fire into one of the largest fires that state ever had. Elliott was charged in a civil case brought by the tribe with disobeying an executive order banning nearly all people from certain areas of the reservation because of the extreme fire danger that year. Elliott unsuccessfully argued that the tribe didn't have jurisdiction over her. The Washington Redskins won another legal victory May 15th in a 17-year fight with a group of American Indians who contend the football team's trademark is racially offensive. The decision issued by the U.S. Court of Appeals in Washington doesn't address the main question of racism at the center of the case. Instead, it upholds the lower court's decision in favor of the football team on a legal technicality. Redskins attorney Bob Raskoff said the millions have been spent on the Redskins brand and the team would have suffered great economic loss if they lost the trademark registrations. The court agreed that the 7 Native Americans waited too long to challenge the trademark, first issued in 1967. They initially won. The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office panel canceled the trademarks in 1999, but they've suffered a series of defeats in federal courts since then. The judge did not address the issue about whether the Redskins' name is offensive or racist. She wrote that her decision was not based on the larger issue of the appropriateness of Native American imagery for team names. North Dakota's Board of Higher Education has agreed to drop the University of North Dakota's Fighting Sioux nickname and Indian head logo, a move intended to resolve a decades-long campus dispute about whether the name demeans American Indians or not. The name and logo with streaks of paint on his face could still be saved if North Dakota's Standing Rock and Spirit Lake Sioux tribes both agree by October 1st to give UND permission to use the logo for the next 30 years. However, tribal officials say that possibility is remote, and board members and UND President Robert Kelly spoke of the logo and nickname in the past tense on May 14th. Unless the name and logo receive tribal endorsements, they will be retired for good on August 1st, 2010. The board, which met at Dickinson State University, voted 8-0 to retire the logo and nickname. Board member Grant Shaft, who is the chairman of a committee that has been studying the issue, said the move may help UND's likely application to join the Summit League, an 11-member NCAA Division I conference that is seeking a 12th school. Tom Duple, the Summit League's commissioner, has said the University of North Dakota won't be considered for membership as long as the nickname and logo dispute festered. 21 students graduated from the 16th session of the UAF Tanana Valley Campus Law Enforcement Academy in Alaska. The ceremony took place May 15th. The graduation marks the closing of the 13-week academy, which is offered twice a year. The academy is designed to provide students with basic police training, which enables them to receive the Alaska Police Standards certification. The certification makes them eligible for employment with the 21 state law enforcement agency or 43 municipal police departments within the state of Alaska. The privately run Museum of Native American Artifacts in Bentonville, Arkansas is preparing to expand. The museum occupies 5,000 square feet at a site and is adding 1,500 square feet to their facility. Owner David Bogle says the museum needs more room for its growing collection for items on loan from other museums. The museum includes displays of artifacts The museum includes displays of artifacts from Arkansas and far beyond. There are exhibits of items such as pottery, arrowheads, Mayan gold, and other objects. Some items are from the University of Arkansas Museum, which closed its doors in the year 2003. Join the music fun and celebrate 20 years of protecting the Arctic Wildlife Refuge with music by Robbie Romero in concert on Saturday, May 30th, and a special human aerial message to the world. Renowned aerial artist John Quigley will help create a message from the Gwich'in Nation to the world through the international language of art. People will gather and create an image that will be photographed from the air. This message, calling for permanent protection of the Caribou Calving and Nursing Grounds, will help launch the Tick 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 Human Voices Now campaign and be delivered at Global Leaders meeting in Bonn, Germany on June 1st. If you want some more information, you can call the Arctic Village Consul at 907-587-5329. A cafe opening this summer in Kyle on the Pine Ridge Reservation is going to offer healthy food for customers and employment for American Indian youth and young people. The E-Tanke Cafe is the result of a partnership between Native American Natural Foods and a nonprofit group named Thunder Valley. Thunder Valley Director Nick Tilson says it has internet access and healthy menu items such as sports drinks, baked chips, and all buffalo meat Tonka dogs. He says the low-fat menu is part of an effort to promote healthy lifestyles and financial growth on the Pine Ridge Reservation. The cafe plans to hire at least 15 teams this summer. And that is the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update from the studios of www.indiancountrytv.com. We want to thank our underwriters for helping us with this broadcast and you, of course, for joining with us, and we hope you have a great day.